So you just recently purchased Max's. Why did you guys decide to purchase this establishment? What appealed to you about it?
Okay, first off, we bought this place in '93. That's over
Really?
15 years ago.
I thought it was a more recent purchase.
No.
Oh, okay.
In 2004, we remodeled the whole place because the floor caved in.
Okay.
So it was kind of reborn
Okay.
in fall of 2004 and reopened in New Year's 2005.
Okay, great.
And then since then, we've slowly added some things. We added the patio a year and a half after that, and then just this season we added liquor and a little bit of food. So
Right. So why did you decide to add the liquor and the food? What was the draw for that?
we didn't want to go out of business.
Okay, so
The margins here, I mean, it looks like a lot of money, but the margins here can be slim.
Can be slim.
So anything we can do to help our margins helps us to be able to take better care of our staff.
Absolutely.
And actually employ more people. Because in general, sales tends to follow staffing.
Sure.
But you have to get your productivity out of it.
Absolutely.
And so, plus it's just, 10, 12 years ago, there was a culture of taverns around.
Right.
And that's just kind of faded among the 20-somethings. People are used to full bars everywhere they go. And so taverns are now considered less than as opposed to classic. So we just eventually had to follow the trend, and we held out for many years.
Right. Has that hurt you at all, or have you seen an advance in, even just in the tip jars on Saturday nights with the hard alcohol and the food?
I don't check tip jars, but I do.
In the register?
I do the tip adjustments.
Okay.
Visas. Generally, a person's tip percentage tends to be relatively consistent. The sales are up, therefore the bulk tips are up.
Right.
But the percentage of sales represented by the tips tends to follow the person, and as the person develops and becomes a better server, their percentage goes up.
Absolutely.
And so, oddly enough, it really didn't change the percentages according to which server teams work together.
Absolutely.
Certain servers pull great tips, no matter what shift they're on, and certain servers can pull great crowds, but not the best tips. I used to have a chart on the wall showing how, just 1 or 2 more percent in tips. Just the way you treated somebody, that little extra quarter, that extra buck they threw into the tip, makes all the difference. Instead of having to sell $1,700 on a night to make X amount in tips, you only have to sell $1,200, which means you're not running yourself to death. You're just having a good shift. And really, it's about the tip percentage for the bartender. It really should be. And that's about the way you treat each customer at each interaction. Do you make them feel special? Do you make them feel like, wow, I came to the right place? There's a lot of places around here that I get treated like hell. At Max's, I get treated pretty well.
So how do you make the decision on who to hire? What do you look for?
I'm weird. I always seek an eclectic mix of people. I look for, obviously, social skills for bartending. Social skills are natural. Social skills are important. Some of that can be trained, some of that can't. I'd like to believe that I can create a great bartender out of anybody who walks through my door. I can't. I'm looking for certain things within your personal integrity. Are you a liar? Are you babbling all over the place and not answering the question I asked you during the interview? And a lot of times I go off instinct, and sometimes I'm right. Most of the time I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong, and sometimes I'm dearly wrong, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, here I had a lot of faith in this kid, and now he's either trying to take over or screw me in some other way.
Yeah.
It's a small place, and I trust these people. I put behind the bar a lot when I leave the room.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, most of the time it goes well, but sometimes it goes, hey, wait a minute, buddy.
Do you have anything special that you do to keep your employees interested in wanting to stay here, or maybe just in how you treat them as an employee?
Yeah, I definitely give as much praise as I can possibly muster where it's due. Now, whether or not they agree with my perspective on what has been done right is a different story, but what I see that I feel is done right, I definitely give as much praise as I can. Occasionally I'll kick people down quiet bonuses. And I do what I can to reward people. It's really tough though, because in this industry, if you give somebody a raise, it generally gets eaten up in taxes.
Right.
The best thing I can give you is a better shift, because then you'll actually make more money. You're going to get tips and take home.
Right.
Yeah, and it's been very difficult, on certain levels, for me to figure out how to reward people with something that's really going to mean
like they're a part of the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot, but you know, but there are parameters in which to operate.
Sure.
You know, often
Absolutely.
people will be like, you know, people are young, they're in college, they're learning things for the first time. Often I will get those brilliant ideas. Let's have a theme night. Let's give away the store. Let's make everything cheap.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like, you know, that's never really been a good answer for a place this small. Now, if I had 4 times the square footage, sure, let's fill it on the cheap, and then we'll cut the deal and see how many people stay and drink real drinks.
Right.
That's very common. But I'm a very small place, and in general, we want to keep things just kind of normal, kind of stable most of the time.
Right.
So, and people feel like I dismiss their suggestions sometimes, and honestly, we've tried all that. I've been here 15 years.
Right.
It's not like I just started yesterday.
Right.
So sometimes those types of promotions eventually backfire.
So in terms of Max's in general, are you guys trying to attract more customers? Or?
We're always trying to grow clientele.
Okay.
But we want to make sure that we're setting the right tone for the product that coming to Max's truly is.
Okay.
I mean, it's not, you can get beer anywhere. You can get beer next door and take it home.
Sure.
You can get beer down the street at a different home.
Right.
What does it mean to have been here? I always try to remind people the product is not the beer. And the product really isn't you and your ego from behind the bar. The product is the experience of having come to Max's.
The atmosphere.
How did it feel?
Right.
The people around you, the way the room felt to you, everything, the congregate sensation of all of it. How did it feel? Thus, I try to train the staff, who is critically important in operating that reality, to put themselves in perspective as a component of how the place feels, and the music, and the lighting, and the behavior they are permitting from other people.
Absolutely.
Because all of it is one big sensation, and that sensation is the product. Sure, you pay for the drinks, but the product is the experience of having been here. How does that taste 10 years from now when you remember it?
Sure.
Are you going to get online and order a t-shirt to send to an old college buddy?
Right.
Little things like that. Are you going to have a fond memory of that? Are you going to tell your kids if you ever have them and they go to the University of Oregon, you got to go to this place when you turn 21? Because that's the kind of place this is. We're not a hip neo bar. We're not going to be out of business in 5 years. We've been here forever, and if I do this right, we will be here forever. And so we're a little different, you know. How did it feel to come here? That is the problem.
So speaking of 5 years, where do you see Max's in 5 years?
Well, hopefully more stable. That we will. It's always my goal that from the moment we open the doors, we should have a nice smattering of crowd, people coming in to enjoy the Wi-Fi, chat with their friends. You know, the seasons come and go, and the neighborhood has its ups and downs. But I would like to just see, you know, you see how many empty seats are in here this time of the afternoon.
Right.
I'd like to see us a little more full more often. Obviously, I don't know if you know, but at night we're generally packed.
You are.
Through Saturday nights, we're stupidly packed.
It's hard to move through.
I would like that to subside a bit, actually.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And I would rather see more people here earlier in the day.
Maybe a lunch rush, things like that.
And I also think I want to see an expansion of the food offerings. Right now we're very constrained by square footage where that is concerned. But other opportunities may open up soon, and that's all I can say.
Okay.
But we do want to do this spring is we want to add an outdoor cooking center.
That'd be great.
We need to get that all in and approved. That'll be 10 grand or something.
Fun.
Yeah, cubic dollars. Because the credit markets are so good.
Yes, everything's going so well.
Like but that's a direction we want to go. We want a little better food, a little nicer atmosphere, a little more people in here more often, and a little less of a zoo at night.
Do you look at an expansion? Maybe size-wise?
There are certain things I can't talk about.
Sure. Okay.
But his lease is up in about 18 months or so.
Okay. Well, you never know.
I like to strike that from your video. I don't want that word.
Got it.
It's definitely something we're eyeballing. I already have all the floor plans done. So.
Great.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Sure. Well, it's a great place as it is. So.
Yeah, but I would like it to just be sweet. It'd be like, no. You know where to get the best steak in town? It's that little freaking beer joint.
Yeah.
Place,
yeah.
I want it to be like that. You know, and I love to cook, and I don't drink anymore. So.
Yeah. Well.
Sometimes I'm just in here going, what am I doing? Oh yeah, it's work. This is work.
Well, anything to say to future or current patrons?
Oh, well, you know, our goal is to be the kind of place that you remember fondly, that is not associated with drama or trauma or tragedy in your life, but that is associated with, hey, you know, I remember that joint. I had a great time there. And if I tell the staff this a lot, we're trying to ultimately sell fond memories, and that's why it is so critical how people are acting, what behavior we put up with, and how we treat you, period. And that ultimately transcends all advertising, transcends all attitude, transcends all ego. It just makes it a place that ultimately is in your heart. And anytime you come back to Eugene or think of Eugene, you go, oh yeah, Max's, that was a great place. And that's all I'm after. If we hit you that way, we did it right. Period. Not that it was cool, not that it was awesome. It was a great place to be. Yeah, place is my heart. And if we're doing that, we're doing it right. So
great. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.